Yesterday, the ICC, the International Criminal Court, those that play cricket, it's not the ICC this is an International Criminal Court. They issued an arrest warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu and his ex-defense minister, Yoav Gallant. Judges said there was reasonable grounds to believe the men bore criminal responsibility for crimes during the war between Israel and Hamas. This is a huge slap in the face for the Zionists and their supporters as they yearn international credibility and recognition. This has hurt them publicly and is a humiliation. The ICC has over 124 members and operates from The Hague. It is huge and has recognition on the international scene. We should understand when the ICC issued a warrant for Benjamin Netanyahu, that it's not about him only. This is also about the Zionist state and is responsible for the crimes he has committed in broad daylight, as we've seen. Previously, the ICC has focused on only African countries and their leaders. So this is unprecedented that they have issued the warrant against the Zionists, and they must be in shock. The Zionists and the Americans have tried everything to stop this warrant, but failed. Saying all this, the ICC has not been effective as it seems. It has indicted more than 50 people, mainly from African countries. 21 people have been detained, 10 convicted, and 4 acquitted. The chances of Netanyahu facing trial are slim. Political, legal, and practical barriers make it unlikely that the ICC will have any real impact, turning what could have been a moment for justice into a little more than a symbolic gesture. The Zionists and the Americans, Russia, India, and China, just to make sure you understand, are not members and do not recognize the ICC. The ICC have no power of enforcement, and it relies on member states to arrest people and indict them. Vladimir Putin has been indicted, but he operates without care over Ukraine. South Africa even failed to honor an ICC arrest warrant against the Sudanese leader Omar al-Bashir when he visited the country in June 2015, even though South Africa was a member of the ICC. There is also hypocrisy and double standards of the ICC in regards to Ukraine and Palestine, with support for Ukraine more even from those countries that oppose the ICC investigations. We as Muslims cannot rely on these organizations, and they are not the solutions. We should not even put our hopes in these organizations. Just look at the UN as for example. For over a year, the international norms, institutions, and laws have largely ignored the suffering of the people of Gaza, turning a blind eye to the ongoing violence and genocide that is happening. No amount of paper or symbolic gestures can undo the death, destruction, and displacement caused by the Zionists and its Western allies. Organizations such as the ICC, the United Nations, International Court of Justice are used to give hope to this ummah, while in reality, they do nothing concrete and are complicit by their actions. We know the solution for the Muslims of Gaza is a military one, where the neighboring Muslim countries who have the means and numbers to stop this genocide and help and end the suffering for the once and for all. We have the army, we have the weapons, we have the strategic lands, and we have the resources, but we lack the leadership and the will to make a permanent change. Jazakallah khair.